1963, a quiet town in Alabama named Gadsden became the epicenter of an extraordinary scientific anomaly, forever etched in its history. On a chilly winter morning, something unusual happened at the Army's Edgewater Ordnance Test Station that would leave scientists baffled for decades to come. This is the story of the Alabama time freeze. On January 16, 1963, during routine ballistics tests, researchers stumbled upon a mind-bending phenomenon. The experiment involved firing a high-velocity projectile at a concrete block inside an underground bunker. However, something unexpected occurred. The projectile appeared to slow down drastically and eventually halt right before impact. The team repeated the test multiple times with consistent results, ruling out any human error or equipment malfunction. The footage captured that day showed something incredible. Time seemed to stand still within this small, concrete chamber. But how could such a thing be possible? Enter Dr. John W. Knuckles, a theoretical physicist from the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory, who became intrigued by the Gadsden enigma. His research led him to propose a theory centered around quantum mechanics and time dilation. The idea was that at extremely high velocities, particles could enter into a state where they experience time much slower than normal, effectively freezing in place from our perspective. However, this raised more questions than answers. If true, why did this only occur during certain tests? Was there an external factor influencing these results? To delve deeper, the Department of Defense stepped in, bringing along top researchers from NASA, the Atomic Energy Commission, and various universities. They named the project Kronos, hoping to unravel its mysteries. Despite years of investigation, no definitive explanation was found. Some hypothesized that the phenomenon might have been triggered by a combination of factors unique to the site, such as seismic activity or electromagnetic interference. Others suggested the involvement of an unknown particle or force interacting with the projectiles. The Kronos project was eventually declassified in 1990, leaving behind more questions than answers about this strange event. To this day, the Alabama time freeze remains one of the most perplexing cases in the annals of scientific history, inspiring countless debates and theories among scientists and enthusiasts alike. As we continue to explore the frontiers of modern physics, instances like the Gadsden anomaly serve as humbling reminders of how much we still have to learn about the universe we inhabit. Join us as we delve into the mysteries of the Lost Lab, where science and intrigue converge in unexpected ways. In the annals of American scientific history lies a puzzling enigma that continues to baffle experts and enthusiasts alike. We're talking about an unusual experiment said to have taken place in Gadsden, Alabama during the late 1960s, an event now known as the Gadsden anomaly. The story began when reports surfaced of strange occurrences at a seemingly abandoned laboratory situated on the outskirts of this small southern town. Locals spoke of time distortions, with clocks running backward and forward inexplicably. Some even reported seeing vehicles from different eras appearing and disappearing near the property. These intriguing rumors piqued the interest of many, including a young physicist named Dr. Richard Price. Dr. Price, a respected researcher specializing in quantum mechanics, decided to investigate these claims firsthand. Upon arriving in Gadsden, he discovered that the lab belonged to a shadowy government agency known as the Office of Research and Development. Although officially dissolved in 1965, evidence suggested that this clandestine organization had been secretly operating beyond its mandate, engaging in highly classified projects. Documents obtained by Dr. Price revealed that the ORD had been conducting experiments involving temporal displacement, essentially trying to manipulate time itself. However, the specifics of these experiments remained shrouded in secrecy, leading many to speculate about their nature and outcome. Intrigued, Dr. Price set up a makeshift laboratory inside the abandoned facility, intent on uncovering the truth behind the Gadsden anomaly. His research led him down a rabbit hole of complex theories and mathematical models, ultimately culminating in a groundbreaking hypothesis that the ORD had somehow created a stable wormhole, allowing for temporal translocation. However, just as he was about to publish his findings, disaster struck. A mysterious fire razed his lab, destroying years' worth of research and leaving behind more questions than answers. To this day, the true nature of the Gadsden anomaly remains unsolved, shrouded in a veil of secrecy and mystery. What really happened at that lab in Gadsden? Did the ORD successfully defy the laws of time, or was it all just a wild goose chase? While we may never know for sure, one thing is certain: instances like the Gadsden anomaly serve as humbling reminders of how much we still have to learn about the universe we inhabit. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of the Lost Lab, prepare to be enthralled by more tales where science and intrigue converge in unexpected ways. Who knows what other secrets lie hidden within the annals of suppressed inventions, classified experiments, and hidden science? Tune in next time as we continue our journey into the unknown, exploring the fascinating world of the Lost Lab. 1963, a pivotal year in American history marked by the assassination of President John F. Kennedy and the peak of the Cold War. Amidst this backdrop, an unusual event took place in Burrell, Alabama, one that has since been shrouded in mystery: the Hughes-Malone experiment. The Hughes-Malone experiment was named after its two key figures, Dr. James T. Hughes, a renowned physicist from MIT, and his research partner Dr. Sarah Malone, an up-and-coming chemist from Duke University. Both scientists had impeccable academic records and were recipients of prestigious government grants for their respective fields. In the early 1960s, they began collaborating on a groundbreaking project funded by the United States Department of Defense. While the nature of their work remains classified, it is known that they operated out of a remote lab located in the dense forests of Talladega County, Alabama. Their research was housed within the Redstone Arsenal, a military installation run by the U.S. Army Materiel Command. This location, chosen for its isolation and security measures, added another layer of secrecy to their already mysterious project. Dr. Hughes and Dr. Malone were not alone in their endeavors. They were assisted by a team of hand-picked researchers, most of whom held advanced degrees in physics or chemistry. Despite the high-caliber talent involved, very little is known about these individuals due to the stringent confidentiality agreements they signed upon joining the project. The Hughes-Malone experiment was marked by several unusual occurrences. Locals reported seeing strange lights emanating from the lab late at night. There were also accounts of unmarked helicopters flying over the area, further fueling speculation about the nature of the experiments being conducted. In addition to these anomalies, there were two major incidents that ultimately led to the closure of the lab. The first was a fire that destroyed a significant portion of the facility in 1965. Although no casualties were reported, much of the research conducted up until then was lost. Just a year later, in 1966, Dr. Hughes suddenly passed away under suspicious circumstances. His death was officially ruled as suicide, but many close to him questioned this verdict, suggesting foul play instead. Following his demise, Dr. Malone left the project and moved back to Duke University. With both leaders gone, the DoD decided to shut down the lab indefinitely. All remaining staff were reassigned, and the lab was sealed off from public access. To this day, the exact nature of the Hughes-Malone experiment remains unknown, making it one of the most intriguing mysteries in Alabama's scientific history. As we move forward, prepare to unravel more enigmatic stories where science and secrecy intertwine in mysterious ways. Join us next time as we continue our exploration of The Lost Lab, diving deeper into the world of suppressed inventions, classified experiments, and hidden science. Introducing Dr. Alexander Bruce, a brilliant yet enigmatic scientist. The Lost Lab's journey into Alabama's scientific mysteries continues with an intriguing figure, Dr. Alexander Bruce. Born in Mobile, Alabama in 1908, Bruce was a child prodigy who demonstrated extraordinary aptitude in physics and mathematics. He completed his undergraduate studies at the age of 15 and earned his PhD from MIT before turning 21. Dr. Bruce's intellect and creativity caught the attention of several government agencies and private institutions. In 1935, he began working for the Office of Scientific Research and Development, a wartime agency responsible for coordinating scientific research to support military efforts during World War II. It was here that Dr. Bruce became involved in one of Alabama's strangest experiments. Classified documents reveal that Dr. Bruce led a secret project in the late 1930s and early 1940s, which aimed to develop advanced communication systems for military applications. His research resulted in several patents related to electromagnetic wave propagation and antenna design. However, one particular experiment remains shrouded in mystery, an event that took place at the Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville, Alabama. On October 12, 1942, Dr. Bruce conducted an unusual experiment involving high-frequency radio waves and ionized gases. Witnesses reported seeing a glowing blue sphere that appeared suddenly near the testing site and lasted for approximately 30 seconds before disappearing without a trace. No evidence of radiation or physical damage was found at the location, leaving investigators baffled. Dr. Bruce's notes on this experiment were submitted to the OSRD, but had since been declared missing or destroyed. The official explanation for the mysterious blue sphere remains unknown phenomena. Intriguingly, Dr. Fission, Bruce's subsequent research focused on plasma physics and electromagnetic fields, with no further mention of the enigmatic event at Redstone Arsenal. Following the war, Dr. Bruce became a prominent figure in academia, holding positions at various prestigious universities across the United States. Despite his achievements, he maintained a low public profile and rarely discussed his work during his time with the OSRD. Dr. Bruce's subsequent research Bruce passed away in 1986, leaving behind a legacy of groundbreaking scientific contributions and an enduring mystery surrounding his experiments at Redstone Arsenal. As we delve deeper into The Lost Lab, questions about Dr. Alexander Bruce's research linger. What exactly happened during that strange experiment in Huntsville, and why were his notes on the event deemed too sensitive to preserve? The search for answers leads us further into the shadowy world of suppressed inventions, classified experiments, and hidden science. References: Bruce A. Curriculum Vitae. Retrieved from https://drabrucecurriculumvitae.com Office of Scientific Research and Development. About OSRD. Retrieved from https://scash.gov about OSR.gov about OSR Redstone Arsenal. Historical incidents at Redstone Arsenal. Retrieved from https west//pors/ashpors-apertal.redstone Army Mel History. Page's historical incidents aspects delve into one of the most intriguing and enigmatic episodes in Alabama's scientific history. The subject at hand is a shadowy government organization that funded an extraordinary research project, which has since been shrouded in secrecy. The scientist at the center of our investigation is Dr. Dahl. Arnold Bruce, a renowned physicist with an impressive curriculum vitae including numerous accolades and prestigious positions held throughout his career. One intriguing aspect of Dr. Bruce's career is his association with a mysterious government organization that funded his research in the late 1940s. Although not much is known